Calculation wizards provide a quick and easy way to set the solution parameters for your system. You have always been able to control the type of calculation to perform with pH, CO2, solids, and redox, but with version 5, there are some new features that provide greater control and insight in defining a chemical system. So let's have a look. As in previous versions, the calculation wizards are organized by tabs so that you can focus on each system issue separately. However, in version 5, the calculation wizards only display tabs for wizards that will work for your problem. For instance, if you haven't selected electron as a component, the redox wizard will not appear, or if your system doesn't contain any solid phases, the solids mover will not appear. Also new to version 5 is the appearance of the Gibbs phase matrix in all of the wizards except for the totals wizard. The Gibbs phase matrix is a shorthand view of all the species that are contributing to fixed species. Since the requirement of a fixed species must be met no matter what, it is possible to over-constrain the system by including too many fixed species. This can result in problems that are impossible to solve or are nonsensical. We have a separate video on the Gibbs phase matrix if you want more information. For now, it is enough to say that the phase matrix provides a clear statement of when a system is properly defined or when it is over-constrained. Now let's have a look at the various wizards. First, there is the totals wizard, which allows you to input the total concentration of each component. The totals wizard eliminates components that are handled by other wizards and don't need their values input explicitly. The pH wizard allows you two options for pH calculations. You can either set the pH to a known value, or you can have MINEQL Plus calculate the pH, and in this there are two options. Either calculate the pH from total proton concentration, or calculate the pH from the electroneutrality condition. The CO2 wizard allows you to open or close your system to atmospheric inputs of CO2. If the system is closed, you will need to set the total carbonate concentration. If it is open, you will need to set the partial pressure of CO2. Total carbonate can be set directly or indirectly using pH and alkalinity. The fixed ion wizard is new to version 5. It allows you to take any component and make a fixed free ion for it. Using an ion-specific electrode, it is possible to directly measure the free ion concentration for many cations and anions. There are times when you may not have the total concentration for an individual component, and this may be the only measured data that you can employ. Using the fixed ion wizard, you can now set the free ion concentration directly. The solids mover has been modified in version 5. In previous versions, you were limited to moving solids between type 5 dissolved solids, potential precipitates, and type 6 species not considered. Now in version 5, you can also move solids into the type 3 fixed category. This feature was made possible because the addition of the Gibbs phase matrix allows you to see when your system has become over-constrained. Now you have much more freedom to set solid phases as you see fit, and the phase matrix will let you know when you are getting into trouble. Overall, there is better control and more transparency of underlying conditions. Another new feature in version 5 is the Other Gases wizard, which allows you to set the partial pressure of gases not addressed by the redox wizard or by CO2. The redox wizard has been modified in version 5 as well. Previously, you were limited to setting the PE or to setting the partial pressure of oxygen. If you wanted to perform a more complex redox calculation, you needed to use the tableau and know your way around MINEQL. Now there is a lot more flexibility. You can still set the PE of the system, but in addition, you can opt to include a redox gas. This could include oxygen, but also includes all gases that have electron as part of their reactant list. So gases like methane or methylmercury can also be included. You can also opt to include ion pairs. As with the solids mover, there is a lot more flexibility with the redox wizard because the Gibbs phase matrix is present to warn you when things have become overconstrained. As a result, your redox systems can be much more realistic, and your ability to create these systems is enhanced. The calculation wizards have always allowed you more speed and flexibility in creating chemical systems, and now with these new additions, it's even better. MINEQL Plus has a lot of features that allow you to have greater insight and control in simulating chemical equilibrium. And if you need more information or tutorials on MINEQL Plus, visit mineql.com.